So here's Kris. Let's take a look. Just going to turn off the gate. More room to work. Yeah, this is looking good. You've got some nice stuff going here. I can see that the hips are rotating, which is good. If you want, one thing you can do, maybe let's see if you already have some in there, is you can have some back twist. Have you already animated that? Oh, it looks like you have. Very good. So you've got that. You might go further with the back twist animation. One way to do that is if we look at the back twist, if you wanted to exaggerate that, probably take out those two in the middle because they're not doing much for you. And let's just hit R for scale, and then hold down Shift and middle mouse button and drag it and just make it more extreme. See if you like that any better. You know, maybe not, but something you can try. And then if you do that, you also might want to correct for the head, and by that I mean like try to keep the head more straight as the character walks. So I'll do Shift E to keyframe the rotates to start with, and let's just get it kind of, you know, a little more straightened out, and then kind of go forward till it changes and it sort of finishes changing, and I have auto keyframe turned on right here, so it automatically sets the next keyframe. So see, it kind of stays more straight there. Still some movement, but that's okay. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight. And then once again here, but you might just click on this one, middle mouse click on the end, and then I'll do Shift E for keyframe rotates. See how that looks. There's still kind of a wobble around here. I might sort of put another one in there, something like that. You know, you don't want to put too many keyframes in, but because it might be a little tricky, but you can try. Just try to keep the keyframes sort of spaced out, or it'll start looking kind of jittery. Even that starts to get a little shaky. You know, look for ones you can take out here, sort of. That one. You know, if you're looking at the shape of the curve. And you know, when you look at it from a distance, that much head movement's okay. But then, yeah, you keep trying more. What else? The other thing is the putting the one foot in front of the other thing that I talked about in that first video. Take a look at that. And does she move up and down much? Oh, that's not the right one. That's the one. Y translate. Yeah, so she's got some up and down movement. That's good. Yeah, and you can add some side to side as well. Does she have any of that? That would be X translate. So yeah, there's no side to side. So the idea is to have the foot, the root. I'll go ahead and show you a little bit of putting one foot in front of the other, as I mentioned. So the idea is, I guess let's start with this one. You know, start it a little bit more here, and then it can swing out and then come back into center when it lands. Not totally center, but you know, more centered. And then I'll middle mouse click here and do Shift W to keyframe my translate so it stays put. And then here I might again put that in there. And then let's just make these the same. Click here, middle mouse click here, Shift W. And then let's just repeat for this guy. So it might start a little bit more centered. and then I'll middle mouse click here, Shift W, so it stays put. Get that more. Yeah, and then it can swing out in the middle, but then let's just have it come back to this point at the end. Just click there, middle mouse click here, Shift W. Okay. So see how, yeah, you can have kind of one foot going in front of the other, and then after you've done that, center the root over the foot that's carrying the weight. So this foot is carrying the weight. Well, right now they're about even, and then by here this foot is carrying the weight, so I'll center the root a little bit over that foot, and then it's probably centered again, and then by here it should be centered over this foot. And you get a little bit of that side-to-side movement as well. So there's a couple improvements. And also do the, it looks like, do you have some wrist rotation in there? Wrist side, is it? It looks like you do not. So you might want to add some wrist rotations, and I also demonstrated that in some of the other videos. So yeah, be sure to watch the other videos as well, but these are a few improvements you get. But overall, this is a very good one. You've done